Hogsmeade, here I come.
My mother used to say I was lazy.
Revelio.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able... a bit more freely.
They were out.
Revelio. Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Revelio. Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere. Revelio! Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you
Revelio.
already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Centaurs have never had. House elf with a kind.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Unicorn blood will keep you alive.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Revelio!
Revelio certainly never revealed his father.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio! A hidden door. Revelio! Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Not gonna work. That girl's back. No one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Revelio.
Brain been infested with bugbears. I'm an over-hydrated Brockmore more times than I can count. They're incapable of defending themselves. Let's finish this job and be done with it. Waste of time, this.
Rookwood will lead us to victory. You mark my words.
Don't give me that look. You'll find me something to do before I take it into my head to do something that will give you won't kill them. Aye.
It's Totalis. Revelio.
Rookwood will reward us for our loyalty, don't you fret.
Girl's been nothing but trouble. About time we locked her up.
It's Totalis. Revelio.
My loyalty's to Rookwood and no one else.
They don't seem to care for me, the Hogwarts. Can't say I blame them, what with all I've done there.
Be on the lookout for the girl's friend. If they're daft enough to try to come through.
I could use some fire whiskey right now.
It's about time Rookwood took control. He doesn't need Ranrock.
Revelio.
I used to be stationed near Irondale with Selwyn.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I fancy it's time we found a new unsuspecting trader around these parts, don't you? Brockborough's always a treasure trove. Never failed to fill the sacks.
The fog flies in us today, I'll agree. Nonetheless, we have good sport.
Revelio.
Students these days, so full of themselves.
Hey.
Suppose that's what we're counting on, isn't it?
I've never seen such a look of fear in your eyes.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
We may be working with the goblins for now, but soon they'll be answering to us.
Revelio.
Can't believe we're forced to work with these goblins.
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. I'm proud man today, and that's all we're doing.
Feldcroft was extraordinarily loved. No one puts up a good fight anymore.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. I'm surprised I haven't been...
Perhaps I was the fool.
I shall be shining in Rookwood's eyes when he sees what I'm capable of.
Patricius Totalis. Incendio.
Like conductive, aren't we? Expose
You're no match for me.
You're foolish to fight me.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen. Revelio.
It's not gonna work.
It might.
Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Harlow says her friend will be reckless enough. He wants them alive.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
Yes, there've been mistakes, but I can't complain. If I'm to...
Say what you will about Feldcroft, but the estate is spacious.
Patricius Totalis.
What?
Revelio.
I've had girls be nothing but trouble. About
Patricius Totalis.
How come I always draw the short straw?
I hope Rookwood knows what he's doing.
I don't mind breaking a few bones if there's a few galleons in it for me.
I've raided Brockborough more times than I can count. They're incapable of defending themselves.
Ah, you want to leave it at least a week before you go poking about the tracks of a streamer. Need to let his tail stop smouldering. Buddy, you can find some good treasures. Yes, you can. I once found a...
Students these days, so full of themselves. I suppose that's what we're counting on, isn't it?
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Why as a mouse round here? Can't say I mind.
Hey!
Revelio.
shall be off spending me spoils in Hogsmeade.
I may go to Hogsmeade later, stir up some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're still running things.
Revelio.
Oh,
Let's finish this job and be done with it. Waste of time, is it?
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. Nothing over here.
I ain't allowed back in Glad Rags on account of my light fingers.
The girl's friend won't come now.
Focus totalis. Revelio.
What was that?
Imperial. But he must be here somewhere.
Expulsion!
Reductor! Expulsor! Damn you!
Accio.
Reductor!
Expulsion! I shall end you!
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
It's not gonna work. Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
I don't trust Ranrock, I'll tell you that. He'll turn on us first chance we get. Girl's been nothing but trouble. About time.
Focus totalis.
Seen this coming. Told you all two
Revelio.
kinds of work and not one needed, not one. This is going to be the downfall of us all, this.
Nothing even worth stealing in Murrenween.
The Hamlets don't stand a chance against us.
Oi! We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. I don't waste time seeing anything.
Miss a payment with me, and I'll make you pay through the nose.
Focus totalis. Revelio.
What's that? Better have a look then. Keep on your toes. Stay alert.
Focus totalis. Revelio. Natty must be here somewhere.
I hope Rookwood knows what he's doing. I've raided Brockborough more times than I can count. They're incapable of defending themselves.
That was a good haul. It's always a pleasant surprise when there are no surprises.
Revelio.
They don't seem to care for me in Hogsmeade. Can't say I blame them, what with all I've done there.
Students these days, so full of themselves. Suppose that's what we're counting on, isn't it?
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. Rookwood's gone mad.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to me.
I need your help.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Revelio! Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there. Aloha, Mora.
My wand is somewhere in this room. I can tell.
Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Incendio. Revelio.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
I used to be stationed near Irondale with Selwyn.
When we're done here, I'm going straight to the Hog's Head. What are we even doing here? We ought to be at the Hog's Head. This is a waste of our time. It's exhausting. Standing here all day waiting to do Rookwood's work for him. He can fight his own battles.
Wonder where we should aim for next. Somewhere else they're lured into thinking the Ministry will protect them.
Revelio.
Why do I always end up on the
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Faster! Time to go a little quicker.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon. But the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.